Welcome back to baristabrothers.com. My name's David.
And my name's Matt.
Today we want to talk about what it takes to be a barista and what is the barista's role.
Well, the first thing that we should discuss is the barista should look the part. Now, if you go to work in a cafe and be a barista, you have to look like one. Now, there are different codes of dress according to which establishment you're working for. Generally, most independent cafes will be very happy if you come well presented, all right, neatly presented, wearing black. But if the corporate uniform is a blue shirt with a cap on, with a name badge, that's what you have to wear to work. So you have to be the barista, you have to act like a barista, and you have to look like a barista. So wear the appropriate clothing, I guess, is the bottom line, and be well presented.
Exactly right. There's nothing worse than seeing someone in a cafe and it looks like they've just rolled out of bed. Everybody else is in a uniform and they're all crumpled and they haven't got the whole uniform on. I can't imagine someone's going to hold that job for long with that attitude, or that the customers really want to be served by that.
No, and if the uniform's black pants, don't roll up in denim jeans. Don't roll up in shorts if the uniform is clearly long pants. And in most establishments you will find that it will be long pants and you'll be wearing black, but don't come in a shirt that's not ironed. Wash your clothing regularly. All of these things go without saying, you would think, but some people just don't do it.
Exactly. And then the next thing about being a barista is making sure that you have the technical knowledge. I think the thing about coffee is you'll just keep on learning for the rest of your life. And I know with people that work with us, what we look for is a passion of coffee. As a barista, you've got to know about the coffee you're serving. Where does the coffee come from? You've got to know that the coffee needs to be fresh and needs to be kept fresh. You need to know that you need to grind the coffee as you use the coffee, because the fresher the coffee is and the more freshly ground the coffee is, the better the taste, the crema and the aroma. You need to know how to froth milk properly and then how to pour the froth milk or the textured milk as well. You need to know how to put the coffees together. So if somebody orders a latte or a cappuccino, it's got to look like a latte or cappuccino. And then you also need to know how to clean the machines as well, because if the machine's not clean, then you're going to have all this pure water going through a bunch of dirty stuff, then through the coffee, and then through more dirty stuff, and then into the cup.
So don't come in and be the great artiste and try and create something with zero knowledge. You have to have technical knowledge. You must know, as Dave said, about extraction, the way you put everything together in a clean environment using fresh coffee, the rest of it. So there's quite a lot of background knowledge that one needs to be able to work behind an espresso machine and deliver great coffee. The other thing that a great barista needs to do is to execute really good coffee art, or at least present the coffees really well. It doesn't take too long to do a very nice etching pattern or a good free pour if you have the right texture in the milk and you've poured the coffee correctly. Number one, the coffee has to be the correct coffee that the customer ordered. Number two, it has to taste excellent, has to taste good. Number three, has to look good. Coffee art is critical in today's very competitive environment.
And one more thing I just want to add to this segment before we go is one of customer service. When we ran our cafes, we always thought it was key that whoever was working on the machines, in fact anyone in the cafe for that matter, knew every customer's name and what they ordered and a little bit about them. And when we had our cafes, I knew all their names, I knew all about them. In fact, I knew more about them than I did some of my closest relatives. I knew who was in the crocheting club, who collected number plates, who bred dogs. All of these things I knew about my customers. And I think ultimately in a coffee shop or an espresso bar, that's what creates a sense of community and brings people together, because the people that are coming there, they want a great tasting coffee, but they also want to interact with other people as well.
Absolutely, and a good barista will be on top of current affairs. They'll know what's going on in the community, in the nation. They can converse with people that want to talk about football, want to talk about rock concerts that are on at present, want to talk about all of those sorts of things. And simply walking in and huddling near a machine and never looking up is not going to make you a great barista or a valuable barista, and your life will not be very enjoyable behind the machine as well. Interact with people, get to know them, and life becomes much better as a barista. It's part of the job.
And it's the fun part of the job. I mean, all of it's fun, but that's super fun, getting to know customers and all about them. So that's a quick segment that we put together on what it takes to be a great barista. Sure, there'll be other things, but we just want to pick out 4 or 5 main points that we can leave you with today. So thank you very much. I'm David.
And I'm Matt, and we'll see you again soon.